You know, I think the biggest barrier for most alcoholics or people who suffer from alcohol use disorder is their own lack of conviction and their excuses. And one of the things is like AA, for example, they could say, well, I don't like the religious connotations. I don't like standing in front of people and telling people that I have a disease of alcoholism. I don't like, it's a bunch of guys sitting around smoking cigarettes. My wife used to say that. I think she went to one meeting. The thing is, you can get around all of these excuses by simply realizing there's a plethora of other group therapies that you can go to. So you might want to save this video because I'm going to go over several different ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking AA. I mean, they are the poster child for sobriety and sustainable sobriety. They've helped millions of people and they will continue to do so. But over the years, it's really been effective for fewer and fewer people who've been on it. So there are other options. And one big one is Smart Recovery, which kind of takes the same model as AA, but removes the, I have a disease element and standing in front of people and some of the higher power, elements of AA, which is a little bit outdated for some people. It's just another option. So what I'm getting at is there are other group therapies available out there. Smart Recovery is one big one. There's another one called Life Ring and one called Save Ourselves Alcoholic Program. These are all really designed more for, let's concentrate on sobriety, maintaining sobriety, rather than looking at it as a disease, really working on the person and the future rather than you're really connected to the past. Those are some elements that are really important. The main thing here is it's important to find one that resonates with you, because if it doesn't, you're not going to continue the group therapy, and wherever you go, if you don't continue to go and learn from it and grow from it, it's a failure anyways. So you need one that I think that will work for you. That's really all that's important here. Another important group therapy is called Women for Sobriety, and it's only for women, which I think is very important, because unfortunately a lot of women go to AA or some of these other group therapies and they tend to be dominated by men. Not always, but sometimes, because men tend to, well, they suffer from alcohol use disorder almost 2 to 1 over women. And it's important to have a specific group that's designed just for women, because if you're going to go to a group therapy and only women are going to be there, you're certainly more apt to go there, attend, and participate and get more out of it, which is, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's important. And then there's the Sinclair method, and this is really had a lot of success. And what it is, it deals with naltrexone, and it's a drug that actually curbs the cravings of alcohol over a period of time, and it's had a lot of success. The thing is, you still need to work on the behavior issues. You have to understand the origins of why you were drinking, and you still need to work on yourself as a person. Now, physically and emotionally, if naltrexone can, curb you off the alcohol for sustainable sobriety, I'm all for it. But I also, you need to be leery of replacing one drug with another drug, with a pharmaceutical drug. You don't want to get wrapped up in further issues down the road. But just be aware of that. But again, the Sinclair method has had a lot of success as well. And then the last therapy I really want to talk about is called moderation management. And I'm not really a big fan of this because it's talking about moderating your alcohol. Now, this might help in the earlier stages, maybe stage 1 or stage 2, where you haven't become chemically, physically, and emotionally dependent. But if you're an alcoholic, you should never, ever drink again in your life. And moderating that isn't really going to help the situation. If you're on the earlier stages, I think any kind of group therapy is helpful. At least it's making you aware that you have a problem, and you're taking some form of action to combat that. And again, if you find this information helpful and you have someone in your family who's an alcoholic, or that person could be you, and you need some additional help and direction, schedule a breakthrough call in the link above. I've helped a lot of families, and certainly the alcoholic in their family. Again, please like, share, and comment. We also have a Facebook group called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism, where we discuss these, alcohol and everything attached to it on a daily basis. It's also, it's becoming a pretty good support group. And again, thanks for listening.